this is Mzpoly. How are you? Today is a really nice day. It's 55 degrees out. The Midwest. And I've been sitting here and I've been just kind of enjoying, the weather a little bit, even though I'm always cold, so it doesn't matter. So I always have like 2 shirts on. It doesn't matter. But today I wanted to kind of upload another video because I want to add some more content to our page and promote our lovely poly world. And I have my shirt on, as you can see, and I've been doing a little bit more now of wearing my shirts out, because I usually like to display them because I'm always not really out and about. I'm always kind of like at home most of the time, at home, or if I'm going errands, I never really think about it. Just be like, okay, throw on a shirt, whatever. But I'm gonna make some tank tops and things like that, and kind of walk around with that, and just kind of promote it more. I think it's important. Anyway, so I did an interview with my boyfriend, called Mr. Gray yesterday, which was really interesting because, I feel like every time, it's both of them. Every time and they tell me something really amazing, I'm like, oh my god, I wish I had the camera and they can tell me that. But they never do it on camera. They're just like camera shots, which makes no sense to me. Makes none at all. I don't know why. But we have been. I was going to share with you kind of like an update of what's been going on, because I said I was going to do that, and I'm at Wingstop waiting for my wings, and they said about 20 minutes, and I think that's a sufficient amount of time to kind of talk about, a little bit more about poly stuff and share it with you. So that's what we're gonna do as we're waiting in the car. so this COVID season, Lord, I do math, don't judge me, but this COVID season was a little hard for everyone. I think a lot of people who weren't used to staying home. It kind of changed the dynamic and things like that. Definitely kind of changed me with being on the healthy route, which I've been trying to do, is really do self-care, and I always tend to not focus on it. So I am gonna reevaluate that and start trying to do some things. So I got some goals for myself. But I want to lose like 10 pounds, and I'm gonna sign back up to my CrossFit gym. And the reason why I said I want to lose 10 pounds first is because that would help me promote me to be able to afford to pay for that, because that's expensive. So to have the treat to go to a gym and have someone scream at me, I need to lose 10 pounds by regulating some of the eating things and start doing some activity at home. And that also will help me show my dedication, because if you don't want to pay for a gym membership and you're not going like you're supposed to. Anyway, what I'm saying about that is just kind of being healthy and focusing on self-care, and everybody was kind of struggling during the last couple months. I will say during like August, no, not August, probably after August, yeah, probably like October-ish, me and Mr. Gray, we were doing really good, and then he did have a moment where he wanted me to be monogamous with him, and he was really struggling with that. And I understand, you're struggling, you stronger feelings for someone, and you may, you really want them to be yours, and I understand that, And so we did have like a 2-week situation where I was kind of explaining to him, that's not what I want, but I do want to be with you. I enjoy being with you, and I don't think he really understood how I felt about that. I think he felt like, you're not taking it seriously, you're just playing, and I love you, and I'm starting to fall in love with you, you're not and that's what I was trying to explain to him, was I love you, and at the time I wasn't in love with him, so I love being with you and hanging out with you, but I'm not even there yet, and you're not giving me enough time. I really felt like he wasn't giving me enough time to grow with him. But for about like 2-3 weeks, we tried to just say, we weren't going to be together. But it didn't work out. We were still talking to each other. I miss being around him. I asked him, did he want to hang out with me still? And he said, I'll be here for you still. But I was like, I can't be there for you that way if we're not together, which. But he ended up having a conversation with me, and I was like, I just don't you sure you just don't want to be with me? You're with me, you want to be around me, miss me, we share things, why? And I think what helped was I introduced him into a poly group on Facebook. I didn't necessarily okay, so I'm a little bit of a voyeur, if you guys don't know. And so some groups show pictures and things like that. And for me, I don't necessarily participate all the way. I like to watch most of the time. I look at photos and watch little conversation, but I'm not really deep diving into these conversations. And so he did get to one of the groups. I actually added him to a few groups, and then he started kind of investigating poly itself and seeing what it was about. And I think like he said in the interview was he got to help. I think it helped being around people who are in the same thing, because if every man you're around is monogamous and they're telling you, oh, that's stupid to have your girlfriend want to be with someone else. But if you go to a group where that's acceptable, it's not something that's looked down upon, and you're not taking your manhood away from doing that. I think it just changes everything. And I'm not saying that we're doing this wrong, but I'm saying when that you feel good about what you're doing, and there's other people who you can ask questions to, especially when you're doing transition. It's awesome to have someone there, and there's other males who are like, I understand, my girlfriend wants that too, or I'm in something like that, or do you want to try something else? And he had someone to talk to, and that was he deep dived. And he made friends and all that, and he can be a very social person. And when you get older, you don't tend to socialize as much. So I do think that's why I brought kind of COVID and everything kind of tied back in. Is that when you get older, the bonds we make are less. And so when we do make a bond, we put a lot more emphasis on it, and we value it a lot more. So now, when you get to interact with people, especially with internet, internet, of course, but with all these Facebook groups and all these things and all this technology that we're been given to interact with each other, values of having voice calls and all this, and we are able to interact even in large groups on camera. And so this has changed the game for actually, and I thought it was going to be negative. I will put that out there. I thought technology was really going to fuck everybody over, and no one's going to really interact with each other. Now, I will tell you there are downsides to the interaction, but overall, the fact that when you get older, you can still interact with people, make bonds, emotional bonds with other people all over across the world, and you're not restricted to just your little area town. Because some people don't want to make friends with the town they're in because they've already had experiences there, bad or good, and they don't want to deal with the same people or interact with people that they may be tied to in some fashion. And so it just really opened up a whole area where people can actually, meet and be their social selves, especially social butterflies. If you want to interact with someone, this is your opportunity to have an experience. And you don't really have to go anywhere, especially if people maybe not want to travel right now with COVID and everything. It makes it a lot better. Now, yes, I love interacting with people in person. For me, I get a feel for them. I feel their spirit, their aura. For me, it's different. And then on top of that, a negative view of that is that you can hide a lot of things on the phone, like voice calls. But truthfully, if you're a person like myself who watches and looks, those things can only stay for so long. They can only stand for so long. You can see the cracks if you're patient and you pay attention. So someone who maybe not the cleanest person, you might be at their house, you might sit in the back of them. But after a while, they'll start walking around with things. They feel comfortable. Sooner or later, you will see those things. And there are some people who put up a good facade. And unfortunately, you may not notice. But overall, the interaction is wonderful. And I'm glad that my partner was able to experience that again. Especially, I could tell that he was a social butterfly and that he enjoys speaking to people and being around people, and it makes him happy. So hopefully I brought that to him by introducing him to those things. And I also, my other partner that I'm gonna have, we started doing tag. I was in tag first, and he's like, what is he doing over there? I guess he wanted to know what it was about. And he also, let me charge that, sorry. He also enjoyed being part of the tag whole thing where you're untagged and all that. And so that's another person. So for us, like when I meet them, like I'm like, you don't really socialize, but you seem like a person who would be so good at it. So I've just been blessed to meet two men who are very social and charismatic, and they are able to socialize with many people on different levels and lots of people like that. So I find that really a positive thing. So that's a good thing that's brought to us. But during me and back has been here, during that time, that was a good thing. That we kind of took that time and he reevaluated and made me know that he really wanted to be with me. And we just had to do some twerking and tweaking, not twerking, maybe twerking. But it was great. A little bit after that, I did have another partner during that, which was I think it was Marcus, and I had to take a picture of 3 of my boyfriends, and they had 3 of them, and I was so happy and proud of them. But Marcus and me, I mean, truthfully, it was time. I was really struggling with time. Like, I want you to have a job. I want you to be able to do your own thing. But I noticed that one thing with all my partners is that they also like their space too, which is good. I like busy men, and that doesn't bother me. But I noticed that I wanted something a little bit more. I guess I found them too busy. I need them to be like a little less busy, and you know, when I know that someone's taking their time to get to know me and stuff like that, they may not want to put that time in. So I definitely am aware that when you get to know someone, they'll give you more time and all that, blah blah blah. But I would like someone who I spend a little bit more time with, or I have someone to spend more time with, which is fine. So I'm usually good with 3s. Right now I have a 3rd potential. He lives out of state, so that kind of limits time. And so I am kind of looking to date a 4th local person. And I kind of want to wait. I want to date and look at some people, but for me to commit to it, I want it to be for sure. So I definitely, you know, I do have a max, a number. I'm not gonna keep dating forever. I would like to stop and just build on what I have. I've been dating, it's been out for about 8 months, and another one was been a year. So it's not like these are men that I'm just not talking to now. The third one is someone else who I'm talking to. He's poly, and he's married, and him and his wife are poly. So there's different dynamic there, which we'll talk in another video about, which is dating someone who's already poly and have a committed partner, which is a different experience. I kind of like it. It made me feel safe. So, like I said, we'll have that conversation about that, and I'll put that post that too. You know, I want to look fabulous for you. I want to change up my look. Maybe I'll do this tonight, but definitely I went through that, adding another person and knowing the long distance, and now knowing that I would like someone more local. I want to take my time. I want to start throwing some events recently, so I was waiting for it to get warmer, which it's starting to get warmer. People are going to be more active. I hope it's not during an outbreak or anything like that, but definitely want to throw some events, and I'm thinking about how to do that, organize that. Okay, I will promote this juice, but it's delicious. Black cherry, obviously. I'm sorry, this is what it is. But yeah, I was really excited about that. So I'm starting to get more organized, you know, because I suffer from a little ADHD, and being consistent is a challenge for me, and being not getting bored is a challenge for me. So if there are some pauses, forgive me. There's some pauses and sometimes uploading things like that. I do struggle with that too, and making sure, you know, with everything going on in my life, just regular stuff, take care of my kids and all that things, you know, I'd have to get on the schedule. So scheduling is really a key point for me to be organized, and so I'm working on that and working on how I can schedule in my whole day and things like that. Definitely has changed since COVID and since different things have come up, but it's fine. I will hope to have another interview here coming up too, so that's another thing. But during the journey, the Facebook journey was very interesting. I've been getting on Facebook, streaming on Facebook, and I can save on there my videos, so that was interesting. I was really into Facebook for like 4 or 5 months. Probably 3 months. I went about 3 months now. I went in hard on Facebook, and I mean it was very successful. And that's when YouTube came in, because I wasn't even doing YouTube. It was just because like my first video, I had 5,000 views, and I was like, is that normal for a person to get who just started Facebook and didn't have any friends or anything? Like I was easily by week 1 at almost 5,000 friends, but I just stopped accepting requests. And then I was like, well, shoot, am I accepting everyone? Am I just accepting everyone who requests me? I was at first, because I didn't think a lot of people would request me. But now I'm at like 4,000 something, like 4,300, and I still have pending 800 people. I don't even know. I don't look, because I try not to accept anyone unless, because I make good bonds. But I want to go back and erase some of the people that usually, like, a lot of people friend you, but it might be because they like you're cute or something, and it had nothing to do. I really want to build and make a community who's interested in poly, and not necessarily people who just wanted to get on the page because they thought I was cute or something, or whatever the case be, because I didn't know too much about Facebook. And Facebook is a place where a lot of men just kind of throw their hats in to try to talk to a woman and get a girlfriend, and they easily people in jail and all kinds of things like that. And so a lot of them, they just say whatever. And I'm not saying men in jail you can't date. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that a lot of them use those platforms to get a quick girlfriend or get someone who will help them, do whatever that is. Take care of them while they're in jail. Try to find a girlfriend that a long-term girlfriend or whatever. So during that whole process, I was concerned that the people who were friending me and the people who I was bringing into the platform that I was on was really fake, and I didn't want that. I'd rather have to wait weeks and weeks and weeks and have a group that's really about what I'm about. And so I didn't really like that. So it's just been a little bit of a challenge for me kind of finding what I want. But at the end of the day, I like Facebook for certain things. I did get involved in some groups. I was in, there was a lot of jealousy going on. I was agitated at foolishness. So that's another video we'll be doing. So I want to do a video about that, because entering into some of those groups, I want people to be aware of what's out there, so that when they go in here, what are they expecting to see? So this will be just like a recap of my last like 5 months. Basically, this is. And I can get more detailed in each one. I definitely want to share with you guys more about everything about poly. Hopefully I can find a partner that is great, and maybe you can go on the journey with me in that. I'm just trying to hold out to you guys when I do the events. Some of the events I can find someone to date in those events, but who knows? I tend to like monogamous men too, so it's just kind of, monogamous men not gonna show up to a party. I don't think so, at least. Anyway, so I appreciate you guys. Now, how many minutes I've been on? Now, so let me take a little gander. See, about 20 minutes, so I'm going to check on my food. But I definitely am going to be back on here. I appreciate you guys. We're almost a car accident. I appreciate you guys for taking the time to subscribe. Hit me up with some feedback. I'd love to, cater to my audience, and especially since we don't have any subscribers right now. Every subscriber is wonderful to me, and I appreciate you guys taking the time to support me and watching my videos, and hopefully we get some more people in here, and make it a really fun channel and very popular, because I want people to know about poly and feel comfortable with even being around people who are poly and they're not judgmental about it. So we're going to see you later. You guys enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.